Skylight, the last bastion of hope. So here we are going to take a tour of this city, this town where we are all starting off at in Wayfinder. And first, with the first look, we're giving a look at the Gloom Gate. So it says, long dormant, the Gloom Gate was activated by the Eldrin of the Shadow Nation when they attacked Skylight. Our enemies fled when the Seekers relit the beacon, but the Gloom Gate remained open. A stable breach into the endless void. Omen believes it's safe so long as the beacon shines, that our enemies cannot attack us while the beacon remains lit. But I've noticed she never goes far from the gate. She's always standing watch. It frightens me, but it's certainly useful. As a Wayfinder, you can use the gate to reach any lost zone you're connected to. And so here is Omen over here, but if you look across from Omen, you see she's standing on another platform. So I wonder if we'll have somebody else standing here as well alongside Omen. Something to look forward to in the future maybe. And there's also a little platform here, which is kind of interesting. Maybe this is where we're supposed to like return to when we're done with Gloom Gate stuff. What's next after the Gloom Gate? We have the beacon. It's up top, on top of the Gloom Gate. Skylight takes its name from the beacon. It's an eternal light burning in the mountains, a welcoming sight for travelers in the highlands, but the beacon is older than the city, and may be older than humanity itself. The great beacons are one of the wonders of our world, indestructible sources of light and arcanic power. There are a dozen of them scattered across Evanor, each now at the heart of a great city. For centuries, the beacon has been a useful tool and a tourist attraction. Now it is our last line of defense. The Avar Creed says they were built by the celestial architects as the final act of creation to stabilize the primal chaos and to hold back the outer darkness. Regardless of whether you follow the Avar faith, we know what the Gloomfall began when the Eldrin extinguished the beacon. The gloom swept in, swallowing up the world around us. Omen relit the beacon before the gloom consumed the highlands, and its light is our shield, but will it last forever? And so we have some interesting information about the beacon here is that it's standing around 12 cities. So does that mean that we'll have 12 or 11 more cities to check out and save from the gloom by relighting the beacon? And if so, will somebody besides Omen have to do it? Even though, spoilers, in the story we find out, that she can kind of like talk through the beacon or whatever. So we'll have to see how that ends up working out. Also, I thought was kind of interesting is that this is called Skylight because it's in the mountaintops. But are all the beacons shining high and bright? Are they all tall like this beacon, or are they lower to the ground? That's something to kind of think about as we move forward on our tour. Next we have the signal fires. We've all used these boys, and we're probably going to be using them here in the future to redo our echoes and stuff. Like the great beacon of Skylight, signal fires are older than humanity. The Avar priests say that the fires are a gift from the architects, designed to guide and help humanity. Other scholars attributed the fires to the mysterious precursors, suggesting that they were built for a civilization that existed before humanity, and that our use of them is just convenient. What we know with certainty is that signal fires are part of an arcanic network, tied together with threads of mystical powers. A skilled arcanist can forge connections between two fires and instantly move people or objects between them. This has always been difficult and dangerous, but over the last year we've discovered that it is a simple and reliable act for a Wayfinder, almost as if the signal fires were designed to be used by Wayfinders. Whatever the truth, you will find signal fires to be a quick and reliable way to move around the West Reach. And if Omen is correct, by attuning to signal fires, you are also helping to restore this network and strengthen the beacon of Skylight. Now, another thing here, it says that this could be built for Wayfinders. Now, this opens up a possibility that there were Wayfinders before humanity, and it also opens up a possibility that one of the architects was able to see the future and saw this outcome coming and built this ahead of time. That said, we're going to take a look into the Great Hall over here. This is the Great Hall. The Great Hall, we look up, we have a dragon wrapping around the top, full skeleton dragon up here. Probably one of the smaller ones, because this dragon skull here that's on the wall is a lot bigger. And then we have the offering dudes that we see in the Venomous trailer. But before the Gloomfall, the Golden Bounty was the finest inn in Skylight. After the Eldrin attack, Wolf claimed the hall to serve as the base of operations for the Watchers and Wayfinders. There's little luxury left in this broken world, but the Great Hall at least provides a comfortable haven for you when you need a break from your battles. And so we go behind here, and we still have the inn, we have our apartment room. That is all happening here. This person is ready. Oh, his hands are open, and I got close, and he closed them. He's in serious mode right now. He's glitching out, going to the gloom. All right, moving over into the next place, we're looking at the bitter end. If these are our final days, let's not spend them alone. This is the motto of the bitter end, the last tavern in Skylight. Here, seekers and survivors share stories of absent friends and better days, banishing the gloom for at least an evening. Come for the company, stay for the vile rotgut. Sounds like they need better drinks. As we walk around here, we can see Tavern Keeper Rin. We got some people chilling, closing their fists as we get close because they're ready to punch us. We got the dance stage here. Everybody wants to break down and start boogieing here. Get a little dance, get your little dance on. But yeah, this is the bitter end. Pretty cool place. Probably spent a lot of time here. I thought this might be like the inn at once because it had like a little upstairs and you got doors and stuff. But nope. Maybe there'll be more stuff happening here in the future. We come out and we make this right here. We have the Hollow. Before the fall, the Hollow was a favorite haunt of musicians and pickpockets alike. Today is both safer and quieter, but some say you can still hear the echoes of forgotten songs. And that's this little alleyway here. Just a little alleyway where people like to hang out at. Coming out of the alleyway, you can run up these stairs over here, and we have Aurelius Fountain. Now, long before Skylight was built, the anchorite Aurelia made her home by the beacon. She wrote her celestial reflections while gazing into the serene pool. When the city was built, Aurelia's pool was preserved. It remains a peaceful place to escape from the chaos of everyday life. Perhaps you, too, will see the mysteries of the architects revealed in its waters. I don't. But maybe one of you guys can see the mysteries of the architects revealed in its waters. It's a very interesting fountain here with the snakes coming around the lion head. Interesting design. Alright, so we're going to jump down from here. And now we're in Market Row. Before the Gloomfall, the Market of Skylight was the pride of the Westreach. Merchants and artisans traveled from across Evanor, sharing exotic goods and fine wares. Now the world is broken and people need necessities, not luxuries. The Seekers work to provide the people of Skylight with things they need to survive. But Market Row remains homes to artisans working in specialized trades and salvagers who have recovered curiosities and treasures from the ruins of the Highlands. It may be a shadow of what it once was, but it's all that remains. And we're not talking about the band, All That Remains. But as you see, we have the engineer here who deals in artifacts. And then we have the Venge here who buys old artifacts and junk and also sells you potions and stuff. Good old goblin ingenuity potions. We also have Arsenal over here who crafts our weapons. And there seems to be other places that may not be open yet, or they may never be open. But as we come down here, we see the Pretty Penny. Once an exclusive saloon serving Skylight's most unscrupulous citizens, the Pretty Penny has been shuttered since the Gloomfall. However, a number of shady characters still make deals on the penny's stoop. This is a stoop. This is also a stoop, kind of, sort of. And here are some shady characters. Look at him. Look the way he's looking at me. Shady. Look the way he's looking at me. Shady. Look at this guy back here in the back. If you've done the quest line, you know he's shady. Shady characters. Here's another potential store here. It looks like they might sell food of some sorts. I'm looking for food. That's all you got? What are you looking for? Alright. We're going to take this elevator right here when it comes back down. And we're going up. And up to the East Gate. We have our foreman Ruby here, our resident furniture maker extraordinaire. Oh, the West Gate. I don't know my directions. Over the last year, the Seekers have restored the heart of Skylight, but most of the city remains in ruins, shattered during the devastating Eldrin attack and warped by the Gloom. The Eldrin have been driven off and the beacon holds the Gloom at bay, but the ruins are still dangerously unstable. The builders hope to reclaim more of the city, but for now, the West Gate remains sealed. And as you can imagine, as the world opens up, probably as they get housing in, we may see ourselves journeying through these gates into the new areas that are put in place. But they already have them set up, and I wonder if the story will change after that, or if it will still be the same. Like we never even left. Alright, so we're going to run across here. And this is called Salvage Lane right here. So there are countless comforts of everyday life that have been lost in the fall. Salvagers explore the ruins for these little sources of joy. These trivial things may be insignificant for the Wayfinders fighting to save what's left of the world, but they are glorious treasures for the survivors fighting to remember their lost lives. And so we have like a lot of housing things here. Apparently good food makes everything better. And this person wants to bathe in their unicorn oils. So I wonder if we'll find unicorns out here in Evanor. Skylight sure is huge. Nope. Yeah, it's okay, man. I wasn't going to talk to you anyway. Over here we have the East Gate. So Skylight was shaken when strike sappers used explosives to damage the East Gate. Though the gate held, it was a reminder that no sanctuary is entirely secure. The gate remains sealed while the builders repair the damage. So I guess when we come across this other side here, we'll be messing with some of the strike, waiting on the other side. Alright, next we have the Seeker Archives. Wait, what is this here? A headless statue. Nice. As our world is consumed by the gloom, it is more important than ever to preserve records of what we've lost and what we hope to rebuild. Every page we can find in the ruins, every memory shared by the survivors, we store them here in the archive. So I'm really curious about these ruins. It sounds like there's a lot of world lore stuck behind that door that has been damaged by goblin sappers. So hopefully we get to open that up and go Goblin Slayer mode, and we get to learn more about what's happening in the ruins and talk with Chronicle Corbin to delve into it. Do you have to hold the records? They are delicate, you see. Perhaps it would be sufficient if I simply read you any pertinent information. Very interesting character, very interesting robot character we have there. Robot. Alright, now we're at Damon's Bell. Damon's Bell has long been a source of warning for the people of Skylight and the highlands below. It last rang when the Eldrin attacked Skylight, and the survivors dread the day that they hear it ring again. I mean, I can kind of hear some bells ringing in here, but I'm assuming that's not Damon's Bell. Damon's Bell must be loud. It's probably like something like that, possibly. But here it is, as you can see. It's a huge bell with multiple prongs on the baton underneath the uvula. Alright. You got a little cog over here. You can turn on, you can jump out, stand on the roof of it all, you know. And you can jump down and end up at. This is the Great Bridge, or the Great Lift. So once used to haul freight up from the lower city, this lift is now the sole link between Skylight and the highlands. And you think without fall damage, we'd be able to jump off and, you know, just land in the highlands. But as you can see, that is not the case. You cannot escape this guy. He is everywhere. So hopefully in the future, we'll be pulling the lever and seeing a lift come up and then going down the lift in real time. Maybe with the animated cutscene of us traveling down a lift or whatever. Something like that. And that was one of your guys' ideas, but I thought it was pretty cool. And that is all for our tour of Skylight. What do you think of this creature right here? I think it would make a lovely mount or a companion. Let me know what you guys thought of this city here, of this tour. If you guys liked it and want me to do more, let me know in the comments. I do have some stuff saved up for the Highlands, and I am trying to collect all of the ones for the Reaver Wood. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.